Okay. So in your tabletop position, let's start with your turning your tailbone down, rounding your lower back, your middle back, your upper back. Press your hands into the mat, draw your navel up, turn the top of your head down, and just round your back out here. Then slowly turn your tailbone up, drop your belly, arch with an inhale. Round it up with your exhale. Full breath, drop your belly, arch, full breath in. And that long breath out, round it up. One more time, drop your belly, arch with an inhale. And then round it up with your exhale. And then come to your neutral spine. Walk your hands forward. Let's find downward facing dog. So bring your hips back. Spread your fingers wide. Rotate your biceps in towards your ears, upward towards the sky. Get heavy in the heels. Come way up onto your toes with your breath in. Then heels towards the floor, breath out. Bring your hips back. Again, way up onto your toes, inhale. And then heels towards the floor, exhale. Then let's come forward into your plank position and press back for downward dog. So warming up the shoulders here, draw your navel in as you bring it forward, press back for downward dog. Come forward into your plank position, press back for downward dog. One more, come forward with your plank, press back for downward dog. And let's come forward and hold this here. Press your hands into the mat to firm up those shoulders. Bring your heart forward, look towards the front end of your mat. Draw your navel up, squeeze your quads and squeeze your glutes. Bring your heels to the end of the mat. Nice, press your hands into the mat, get that connection with your core, nice and solid in your plank here. Bring your feet hip distance apart. And we're going to turn into a side plank by turning to your right, reaching the right hand to the sky. So your feet are staggered. You could stack your feet here or keep them staggered. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes. Reach up to the sky, draw your navel in, solid side plank here. Just one more breath. And then come back to center. Press back for your downward facing dog. Come forward into your plank position. Your feet are hip distance apart. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes. Get solid in your plank. Draw your navel up towards your spine. Slowly turn to your left. Reach your left hand to the sky in your side plank. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes. Feel free to stack your feet or keep them staggered. Reach up to the sky. Draw your navel in, smooth breaths here. One more breath. And stagger your feet. Turn back to the center. Press back for your downward facing dog. Bring your hips back. Tuck your chin so your neck is long and you're looking back towards your toes. Come forward into your plank position. Let's bring your feet together. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes again. Bring your heart forward. Look towards that front edge of your mat. Tap the right knee down towards the floor. Slowly lift as you hollow your belly. Tap the left knee down and lift. Now both knees down towards the floor. Hollow. And then straighten. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes. Tap right, lift, tap left, lift, both knees down, and then straighten and squeeze. Tap right, tap left, both knees down, hollow and squeeze. Tap right, tap left, both knees down. Nice. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes here. Tap right, tap left, both knees down. One more time. Tap right, hollow, tap left, hollow, both knees down, and press back for your downward facing dog. Separate your feet hip distance apart now. Get so long here. Nice. Now bend your knees deep and look forward. Let's walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Straighten your legs without locking here. So you're going to get a stretch to the back of your legs. Tuck your chin so your neck is long, making your upper body close to parallel to the floor. Feel the gentle stretch of the back of your legs. Always making slow adjustments to get comfortable. If you need to soften your knees more, go right ahead. One more huge breath. Then bend your knees and turn the top of your head down. Hang heavy. Let your upper body hang heavy down towards the floor. Give me a few big circles with your shoulders. Circle them around. Release down towards the floor. A few slow motion nods of the head. Center it and then hold onto your elbows in ragdoll. Let your upper body hang down. Stay here or a gentle rock side to side, or make a semicircle around your feet with your forearms. Full breaths here. Releasing breaths. And center it. Halfway lift again. Bring your heart forward. Fold it down, then come all the way up. Open up your heart here. Squeeze your glutes as you lift your heart up to the sky. Slight arch in the back here, then all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down with your exhale, and let's come into chair pose. So sit back into your chair. Draw your navel in. Lengthen your lower back down. Spin your thumbs and biceps to the sky. Bring your arms up a little bit higher so the arms are right by your ears. Nice. Hold it here. Now imagine that you're squeezing a block between the knees, but don't actually let them go together. Just getting those inner thighs and outer thighs engaged. Your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes automatically fire up here. Lower it down a little bit. Arms up a little higher. Hands to your heart center. Let's shift your weight into the left foot and lift your right foot, just like you're stepping on a block here. Now bring your hands to your left thigh. Slowly hinge it over and press your right foot to the back wall. Press it back. Square your hips to the floor, your toes point straight down. See if you can get your body close to parallel to the floor. You can keep your hands on your thigh or bring your arms by your sides in your airplane. So hinge a little more at the hips. Square your hips to the floor, toes point straight down. Straighten that back leg. Hinge a little bit more, hold and breathe here. So feel the right glutes engage when you straighten the back leg. Feel your left glutes engage as you square your hips, building that stability in the hips. Hold and breathe. Nice. Now soften your knee. Slowly bring it through. You're going to bring it through in front of you. You can balance here. Bring it up. Flex your foot. Reach to the sky. Huge breath in, and then slowly turn to the right. Left hand goes on the outer thigh to assist with your rotation. Reach towards the wall behind you. Rotate here. Draw your navel in. Lift top of your spine. And come to center. Fold it all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold down, exhale, come back into your chair pose. Sit back into chair. Lower down. Try to sit back like you're almost sitting back into a chair behind you. You're almost falling back. Wiggle those toes because the weight is in your heels, and let your toes back down. Bring your arms up a little bit higher. Draw your navel and feel the lower back lengthen as you draw that navel in. Imagine that you're squeezing a block between the knees. Just waking up all those muscles, get involved with your poses here. And hands to your heart center. Shift your weight into the right foot. Lift your left foot. Nice and slowly, bring your hands to your right thigh, press your left foot back. Press it back. Hinging from the hips, flex your foot in the back so your toes point straight down. Straighten that back leg as you lift your heel up. Hinge from the hips. Feel free to keep your hands on your thigh or arms by your sides in your airplane. Reach your fingertips and shoulders to the wall behind you. Square your hips to the floor. You can balance here, keeping that right knee soft, using all those muscles for your balance, building that strength and flexibility, building that stability in your hips. 3 more breaths here. And slowly bring it through. Take your time, slowly bringing it through, lifting that left knee up in front of you, flex your foot, reach to the sky with an inhale, slowly turn to your left. Right hand on the outer thigh to assist with that rotation. Draw your navel in, rotate a little more. And slowly release. Feet right underneath your hips. Come on up with a huge breath in. Open. All the way down with your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down, exhale. Walk your feet back into a plank position. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes. Firm up your shoulders by pressing your hands into the mat. Pull your navel up towards your spine. We're going to lower it all the way down to the floor. Go nice and slow. Use your strength here. Squeeze those quads and glutes. Go slow all the way down to the mat. Once you're there, hands are under your shoulders. No pressure in your hands. Lift up for cobra and lower it down. Breathe and lift up. Relax your shoulders down and lower. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Nice. Extend your arms out in front of you. So just first here, I'd like you to crawl your hands forward and just look straight down to the mat. Maybe just this position here, you feel a stretch through your shoulders. Just looking right down towards the floor. Your arms are extended. Your forehead is hovering off the mat. Then lift your left arm up. Lift your right leg up. Get nice and long here. Reach and lengthen. Lift your thigh. Lift your arm. Try to center your rib cage and hips to the floor. Huge breath in and lower it down. Right arm, left leg. Lift it up. Get so long. Center yourself on the floor. Reach and lengthen. Get so long here. Huge breath in and lower it down. Opposite arm and leg. Lift up with your inhale and lower down with your exhale. Feel the length here. Inhale. And exhale, lower. Keep this going. Opposite arm and leg. Lift and reach and lower down. Lift and reach and lower down. Keep this going. I want you to go slow on the way up and slow on the way down. Lift up and lower. Lift up and lower. Again, lift and reach and lower down. 4 more cycles. Strengthening your back. Lengthening your body. Keep it going. Slow on the way up. Slow on the way down. Lift up and lower. Get that length. Trying not to rock side to side, but keeping long and square to the floor. Lift up. Give me one more time each side. So long. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Press up onto your hands and knees now. Come into your tabletop position and round your back. Scoop your abs up high. Turn the top of your head down. Hollow up your belly. Turn your tailbone up. Drop your belly. Arch with an inhale. And then come to neutral spine. So we're going to lie on our backs. So whichever way you want to bring maybe your legs around. Whatever works for you to lie on your back. Feet on the floor. Arms by the sides of your body. Nice and slowly peel your spine off the mat. One vertebrae at a time. Press your hips up. Puff your chest up here. So press your shoulders, upper arms, into the mat. Press your feet into the mat and press your hips up a little more. Nice and slowly lower it down to the mat. One vertebrae at a time. Once you make it all the way down, release the pressure from the bottom of your feet. Spread your toes down wide. So notice your feet. Let's bring them a tiny bit closer than hip distance. Then slowly lift up again. Okay, so you're going to lift your right leg to the sky, flex your foot. You're going to lower down and tiny pulses up. So think about the left glutes working to push that right foot to the sky. Pulse it up. Tiny pulse. Here's 8, here's 7, here's 6, and 5. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1 again. Just keep pulsing up to the sky for 8. Here's 7. Here's 6, and 5. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Now bring your leg down so your knees are next to each other, and then bring that leg back up to the sky. You can point your toe. You can flex your foot. Point your toe. Hips are up. Flex your foot. So the leg comes so the knees are next to each other, and then your foot goes to the sky. Keep your hips up and keep it going. Here's 4 more and lift. Here's 3 and lift. Here's 2 and lift. 1 more and then back here, tiny pulses up. Push it up. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and here's our last set. You can do it. Come on, pulse 8, here's 7, here's 6, and 5, here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower it down. Nice. Put the right foot down. Cross your left leg over. Figure 4. Your knee goes out to the side. Slowly lift your right leg up. Bring it in towards your body. So you're stretching the left glutes here, opening up the left hip. And then just slowly place it back down. So your feet are on the floor now, a tiny bit closer than hip distance. Lift it up. Press it up here. Now lift your left leg to the sky. Flex your foot. Tiny pulses up. As you push it up, your foot goes to the floor. Squeeze the right glute. Push it up. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again, pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now your legs go next to each other, knees next to each other, and then straight up. Your hips are up. Bring it down, then straight up. Knees next to each other, then straight up. You can point your toe if you want and flex it here. Point and flex. Keep pressing that right foot into the mat to press your hips up to the sky. Keep it going. A few more. Here's 4 more. And 3. Here's 2. And 1. Hold it here. Tiny pulses up. Come on. Push up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It's our last set. You can do it. Push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down. Lower your hips down. Cross your right leg. Your knee goes out to the side. Slowly lift your left leg up. Go slow. Keep your lower back to the mat. Just hold it here. Opening up that right hip, feeling that stretch in the right glutes that we were just working. And slowly bring it down. Nice. Arms overhead with an inhale. Slowly curl it up as you pull your abs in tight. Overhead with an inhale. Curl it up, abs in. Use your breath. Inhale here. Exhale, curl it up. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, curl it up. Here's 4 more. And curl it up. And 3, I want you to go slow. Curl it up. And 2. Curl it up. And 1. Curl it up. Nice, bring it back. Hands behind your head. I want you to lift your head up. Let your head now rest in your hands so your neck is long. You're looking straight up to the sky. Bring both knees in, feet off the floor. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Stand the right leg straight out. Just hold and let that leg hover off the floor. Look up to the sky. Think about lifting your shoulder blades up a little more off the floor. Switch your legs and hold, just letting that left leg hover. Your abs are tight, pull them in. Breathe. Just letting your head rest in your hands, your abs are tight. Think about lifting your shoulder blades a little bit further off the mat and switch your legs. Just extend right, extend left. Inhale, exhale. It's slow. Inhale, exhale. Look up to the sky. Let your head rest in your hands. For 4. Here's 3. And 2. And 1. Nice. Now turn to your right and the right knee is in towards you. Rotate your torso. Think now about lifting the right shoulder blade off the floor. Crunch it in a little bit. Hold this here, still turning to your right. Let the left leg hover off the floor for 4, 3, 2. Turn to the other side. Hold this here. You're rotating your torso. Right elbow goes to the sky. Now, lift that left shoulder blade up off the floor. Crunch it in here. Hold for 4. Right leg hovers off the floor for 3. And 2. And 1. Here we go, bicycle. Here's 1, 2, and 1, 2. Inhale, exhale. Abs in tight. Keep it going. Here's 8. Here's 7. And 6. Here's 5. And turn. Here's 4. And 3. Here's 2. Last 1. And turn. Lie your head back. Knees in towards your chest. Hold on to your shins. Lift your tailbone up. Slowly lower it down. Nice. Place your feet on the floor. Extend your legs out. Arms overhead. Reach to the wall behind you with a huge breath in. Slowly curl it all the way up. Nice. Reach to the sky. Hinge from the hips. And come on up. So we're going to go into boat pose. I'm going to roll my mat up a little bit to have some cushion under my tailbone. If you want to do that, feel free. Okay. So you're going to hold on to the back of your legs, slide it up to the back of your knees, lift your shins parallel to the floor. Lift your heart up nice and tall, puff it up, draw your navel in. This could be your pose just like this. Or you can lean back a little more, or you're going to start to extend your legs a little bit. Maybe a little more, maybe they're straight, maybe they're bent. Maybe you hold on to the back of your legs, or maybe you let go, or bring your arms parallel to your legs. Find your place to challenge, but in the nice form. Check out your form, lifting your heart, drawing your navel in, hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. Lift your heart for 3, and 2, and 1. Bring it in. Nice. Then bring it back into that position. A little bit different this time. You're going to extend it out and lean back some, and then bring it in. Bring it out and in. When you extend it out, your abs pull in. You can keep holding on to your legs or let go. Extend abs in, here. Exhale. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. Abs pull in so much when you lean back. Come on, keep it going and slow. Here's 4. Here's 3. And 2. And last 1. Nice job. Bring your feet down. Excellent. If you have it rolled up, unroll it. We're coming onto our hands and knees again. Hands and knees. Round your back up. Then drop your belly, arch it with an inhale. And then come to neutral spine. Walk your hands forward. Find your downward facing dog again. Spread your fingers wide. Bring your hips to the wall behind you. You're going to lift your left leg to the sky. Slowly turn and open your hip to the side. Bend at the knee. Heavy in the right heel. Straighten the arms. Square your shoulders back towards the floor. And extend your leg. Come into plank. Bring the knee in towards your nose. Hollow your belly. Pull your toes up from the floor. Press your hands into the mat. Then press back with an inhale. And then come to your crescent lunge. Balance on your toes in the back. Come into that crescent lunge. So the knee stacks over the ankle in the front. And then you're getting the hip flexor stretch in that right side by squeezing your right glute and bring your heel towards the end of your mat. You're going to bend your back knee down towards the floor. That front knee barely even moves. And then slowly straighten the back leg or bring your heel to the end of the mat. Bend your back knee down towards the floor and then straightening the back leg. Bend your back knee down and straighten. One more. Bend it down and straighten. So stay here. This time now, bring your arms down. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other to open up your chest. Now reach up. Bend your back knee down. Squeeze and open. Reach up. Straighten the back leg. And then bring your arms down. Goalpost. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other as you bend your back knee. Reach up, inhale. Back knee bends, open your chest. Reach up, inhale. Back knee bends down, open your heart. Reach up, inhale. Now notice your front leg, it's barely moving. Reach up, inhale. Bend your back knee, open. Reach up, inhale, straighten the back leg. Bend it down. And one more time. Bend your back knee down, open your chest here. And reach up and hold this here. Deep breath in, bring those arms around behind you, hands to the mat, step it back into your plank, lower it down. Cobra or up dog with your inhale, and press back with your exhale. Nice job with that. It's a little complicated, especially when it's virtual and I'm not there to see everybody moving. But it's really getting in tune with your body and what parts are moving, what parts are squeezing. So it's a lot. Lift your right leg. Come into your plank, knee in towards your nose. Hollow your belly, pull your toes up from the floor. Press your hands into the mat. Press back with an inhale. Come to your crescent lunge. Find your balance on your toes in the back. Reach up to the sky here. So squeeze your left glute, bring your heel towards the wall behind you. And when I say straighten your leg, it doesn't have to be completely straight, but you're going towards that straight leg. In the front, your knee is right over the ankle. This knee barely even moves. It's just your back leg that's going down. So arms just stay up to the sky. Just your back knee goes down a few times. Bend it down, and then slowly think about straightening the back leg. Bend your back knee down towards the floor, and then slowly straighten. So you're getting that hip flexor stretch and strengthening. Let's add the arms. Bring it down. Open your heart here, and then reach up to the sky. Front knee barely moves. Arms come down, bend your back knee. Reach up, inhale. Bring it down, exhale. Reach up, inhale. Bend your back knee down. Squeeze your shoulder blades. A few more. Reach up. Build that strength. Bend your back knee and open your heart. Reach up, inhale. Bend your back knee down. Front knee barely moves. Two more. Bring it down. Open your heart. One more. Inhale. Bend your back knee down. And reach up to the sky. Hold this here. Huge breath in. Bring your arms around. Hands to the floor. Step it back. Lower it down. Breathe in, lift your heart. And breathe out, press back. Nice work with that. Spread your fingers wide. Feel that length through your arms, through your shoulders, through your spine as you bring your hips back. Lift your left leg. Come through to warrior one. We're going to use your blocks. You put it on the outside of your front foot, tall. If you don't have a block, that's fine. I'll still guide you without. So warrior one first. Your hips are forward. Deep breath in. Bring your arms around, big circle around. Just two more. Inhale. And exhale around. Inhale. Exhale, arms around, opening up your chest. Come on up, inhale. Then open up for your warrior two. Make your feet a little bit further apart from each other. Square your hips to the floor. Draw your navel in, lengthen your lower back down. So you're going to squeeze those left glutes, bring that knee in line with your toes in the front. Feel that back foot as you squeeze your right quads. Shrug your shoulders up and release and lengthen out through your fingertips. Slide forward to lengthen your side. Turn your palm up, reverse your warrior. Come back to your warrior two. Then forearm on your thigh, right arm overhead. Press like you're stretching the mat back with that right foot. Rotate your right lung towards the sky. Come back to your warrior two. Reverse. Slowly straighten the front leg without locking. Squeeze your right glutes and quads in the back. Slowly tip over. Reaching forward and slowly bring it down. You can rest your hand on the inside of your leg or hand on the block. If you don't have a block, just use that hand resting on the inside of your leg. Right hand to the sky. But I want you to think about your right glutes and quads in the back. Squeeze them. Keeping that hip supported so you can get a long front leg. Think about letting that left hip dip down under the right. Long front leg. Puff your chest out to that right wall. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. Reach way up to the sky so all the pressure isn't down in that left hand. Hold your triangle pose. Get that long front leg, bring alignment to your hips and knees. Feel that length in your inner thigh and hamstrings of that left leg. 3 more breaths here. Soften your knee. You're going to bring your hands to the floor and go on your toes in the back. Push off so you can step forward. Feet under your hips. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold down with your exhale. Come all the way up. Turn to your right with your exhale. Come all the way up. Turn to your left. Come all the way up and all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold down, exhale, step it back into your plank. Take a flow here. Lower it down. Use your strength. Breathe in. Use your breath. Press back to your downward facing dog. Releasing breath here. Getting so long through the back side of your body. Lift your right leg. We're going to come to a warrior one first, but put your block tall by the outside of your front foot. Warrior one, so your hips and your chest are forward. Deep breath in. Bring your arms around, big circle around. Come on up with your inhale. And exhale around. Just one more inhale. And exhale around. Come on up with your inhale. Then open up for your warrior two. So square your hips to the floor. Draw your navel and lengthen your lower back down. Sink into that lunge. Squeeze those right glutes to bring that knee in line with your toes. Shrug your shoulders up, then release and lengthen out through your fingertips. Sink into that lunge. Feel the power of this pose. You ground down, nice and solid. Root down, but then lift tall through your spine. Lift your heart. Slide forward to lengthen your side. Turn your palm up in reverse. Reach to the sky. Then bring it back to warrior two and forearm on your thigh, left arm overhead. Reach. Press like you're stretching the mat back with that left foot. Bend into that front lunge. Rotate your left lung towards the sky. Come back to your warrior two. Reverse. Slowly straighten the front leg without locking. Squeeze your left glutes and quads in the back as you tip over. So as you tip over, think about that long right side. You're reaching forward. Then you bring your hand down. You can rest it on the inside of your leg, or you can put your hand on the block. Left arm to the sky. So squeeze those left glutes and quads in the back. Let that right hip tuck underneath the left, getting that long front leg. Reach up. You're taking the pressure off of that hand, that right hand. Hold your triangle pose. Then notice your neck. Tuck your chin so your neck stays long and healthy. Keep those muscles active in that back hip. 3 more breaths here. And then soften your knee. Bring your hands down to the floor. Go on your toes in the back so that you can push off. Move your block. Halfway lift with your inhale. Fold it down with your exhale. Come all the way up with your inhale. Turn left with your exhale. Come all the way up. Turn right. Come all the way up and all the way down. Halfway lift. Fold it down. Enjoy each pose. Slowly lower. Don't rush through your up dog or your cobra. Pause and press back to your downward facing dog. Nice. Bring your hips back. Get so long here. Tuck your chin so your neck is long, looking back towards your toes. Sway your hips over to the right. Come to the center, sway your hips over to the left. Come to center, a few sways side to side, but each time you're also bringing the length through your arms and spine by bringing your hips back. Use your breath and center it. Nice, get so long here. So whichever leg you want to lift to bring through to turn into a straddle position. We're coming into a squat. So you're going to lower down into your squat position. From your hip to your knee, wherever this line is going, I'd like your feet to also go in that same line. Lower it down a little more. So your knees are right over the ankles. Draw your navel in, lengthen your lower back down. So try not to hinge forward so much. Bring those shoulders back. Get nice and low. Squeeze your glutes to bring those knees behind you. Bring them towards the wall behind you. Lower down. Reach up to the sky with an inhale. Elbows by your sides. Exhale. Reach up, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Reach up. Still squeeze your glutes, knees towards the wall behind you. Inhale. And exhale. One more full breath and bring it down. Hands to your heart center. Shoulders are back and down. Get a little bit lower. Hold this here. Squeeze those glutes. Open up those inner thighs. Just 5 more breaths here. Slowly hinge from the hips, hands to the floor. Then lift your heels up and bring the edges of the feet parallel to the ends of your mat. We're going to heel toe your feet nice and wide. Keep the outside edge of your foot down on the floor. Go as wide as you can, go comfortably. And have your hands under your shoulders. If you have blocks, you can put blocks underneath your hands or under your forearms. I'd like you to try to have your upper body parallel to the floor. Your hips and shoulders are the same distance from the floor. You could also widen your hands if you're low enough. Find a good place for you. Draw your navel up. Think about your tailbone going to the wall behind you. Bring your heart forward towards the wall in front of you. Then let the legs go wide. Smooth breath here. Nice, just 3 more full breaths. And slowly heel to your feet closer together. Bring them in so they're close enough together so that you can walk your hands to the front of the mat, the front foot pivots. Step it back. You're going to take a flow here or go right to your downward dog. Always your choice. Breathe in and press back, breathe out. Nice. Bend your right knee deeply, left heel towards the floor. Your arms are straight. Keep bringing your hips back, the top of your head towards your thumbs. Then switch it up, right heel towards the floor, left knee is deeply bent. Straighten those arms, keep bringing your hips back. Switch it up with your inhale, and then switch it with your exhale. Switch it, inhale, and exhale. Come way up onto your toes with a breath in, then heels towards the floor, breath out. Bring your hips back. It's so long here. Lift your left leg. Come to crescent lunge. Come on up and balance. Deep breath in, hands to your heart. We're going to hinge it over. You have a choice of putting your hand on a block or on the floor on the inside of your foot, or upper arm to the outer thigh, turning to your left. So feel free to put a block underneath your hand. Rotate to the left. Draw your navel in. Turn just a little bit more. Hold and breathe here. Right heel towards the end of the mat. Just 3 more breaths here. And slowly return, hands to the mat. I'd like you to crawl that left foot over to the edge of the mat and maybe a little bit further forward if you can. And you want to have a line across the front of your mat. Foot, hand, hand. We're in a long lunge here. Bringing your heart forward. Feel free to put your knee down on the floor if that feels better for you, or lift it and bring the heel towards the end of the mat. Keeping your heart forward, you're in a long lunge. But find what works for you, what feels best for you, a comfortable stretch. 3 more breaths here. Lift your hips up, press that left foot to the wall behind you, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, bring it through for a crescent lunge. Find your balance on your toes in the back. Deep breath in, hands to your heart center. Draw your navel in, you're going to hinge it over. Here's your choice. Hand on the floor or block on the inside of your foot, or upper arm to the outer thigh. Slowly turn to your right. Rotate the spine. Bring your left heel towards the end of the mat. Draw your navel in. You'll be able to get a little more rotation. Hold and breathe here. Three more breaths. And slowly bring it down and walk your foot over to the edge of the mat, even maybe a little bit off and a little bit further forward. Hands on the floor under your shoulders. So in the front, the knee stacks right over the ankle. Keep your heart forward and then listen to your body. If it feels better for you to go down onto your knee, you can let your toes out or keep the knee lifted up off the floor. Hold this long lunge. Keep your heart forward. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. Look to that front edge of your mat. Full breath here. One more big breath. Lift your hips, press that right foot to the back wall, then bring your feet right underneath your hips. Sorry, bring your feet towards the floor for downward facing dog. Come forward with the breath in. Let's lower all the way to the floor. Go so slow. Use your strength to go slow all the way down. Without any pressure in your hands, lift up for cobra and lower it down. Slowly press back for your downward dog. Releasing breath. Let's lift your left leg. Bring your knee over to the left of your wrist. Coming into your half pigeon pose. And if this pose isn't good for you, you can lie on your back and you can do your figure 4. So crawl your ankle over towards your other wrist. Crawl your back leg behind you. Come down onto your forearms. So you can widen your elbows, stack your hands or fists, rest your forehead down, or put a block underneath your forehead. Remember to make small, slow adjustments to get comfortable here. If it feels really intense, you could tuck your toes underneath behind you and bring your hips a little bit closer to your elbows. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Really enjoy and notice your breath. Huge breath in, bringing that health and nourishment into your body. Long releasing breaths out. Letting whatever keeps busy your mind, let it go with your exhale. Let even your jaw relax here. Let even your belly relax here and your hips. Five more breaths here. And slowly come up onto your hands. Spread your fingers wide, your hands are under the shoulders. Bring your heart forward. Just hold this here for a moment. Then tuck your toes underneath behind you. Bring your hips closer, ankle behind your knee. Press to the back wall and bring that foot down. We're just switching sides. So lift your right leg. Bring your knee over to the right of your wrist. Back knee down, toes out. Crawl your ankle over towards your other wrist. Crawl your back leg behind you. Come down onto your forearms. Always taking your time to come slowly into your poses, slowly out of your poses. Relax your shoulders down from your ears. Widen those elbows. Just rest your forehead down. Let all the muscles in your body relax down. Keeping your focus on your breath if you can. And notice if thoughts keep popping into your head, that you can just let them flow by, bringing your focus back to your breath. And if they keep popping into your head again and again, maybe it's something that you need to change your perspective on so you can feel more comfortable with it. Maybe change the priority of it. Maybe don't even react to it. Just find that smooth rhythm to your breath where you can feel light and peaceful. Five more breaths here. And slowly come up onto your hands, shoulder distance apart. Bring your heart forward and relax your shoulders down. Then hinge forward some. Tuck your toes under, bring your hips closer. Ankle goes behind your knee. Press to the back wall. Bring that foot down. Downward facing dog here. Then bring your legs around, lie on your back. Feet on the floor. Hip distance apart. Nice and slowly lift your hips up. Press your hips up towards the sky. Puff your chest up with a huge breath in. And then slowly lower it down, one vertebrae at a time. Release it all the way down. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Hold on to your shin. Extend your left leg out on the floor. Take this right leg with a huge breath in and guide it across the body over to the left side of your body. Take your right arm to the sky, right arm out to the side. So you're opening across that right side of your chest, right shoulder towards the floor. Hold that twist, that detoxifying rotation here. Deep breath in and slowly bring it back to center. Place both feet on the floor. Lift your hips up. Center your hips down. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. Slide the right leg out. Deep breath in. Guide this leg across the body, over to the other side. Lift your left arm up. Left arm falls out to the side. Get that rotation, left shoulder towards the floor. Just rinse it out here. Boosting your immune system, improving your digestion. Get that rotation. Bring more flexibility to the spine. Deep breath in and slowly bring it back to the center. Place both feet on the floor. Lift your hips up. Center your hips back down. Now it's your choice. You could extend your legs straight out. You could scoot up to a wall and bring your legs straight up the wall. You could put a block under your hips, bring your legs up to the sky, or the bottoms of your feet sandwiched together so your knees fall open wide. Find what feels best for you with your lower body, upper body. Bring your arms out to the side, palms face up. Just let your fingers curl naturally. Let your shoulders get heavy. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. Allow all the muscles in your face and jaw and forehead relax. Huge breath in, feel your whole body absorbing that positive energy into the body. Long releasing breaths out so you can feel light and peaceful. And just enjoy the smooth rhythm to your breath. Let's take one more huge breath in together. Make it big, fill your whole body. Long releasing breath out. If your legs are wide, use your hands on your outer thighs to bring your legs together. If your legs are in the air, slowly bring them down. Lift your hips, take that block out from underneath you. We'll all bring our knees in towards our chest. Hold on to your shin. Gentle rock side to side. And center it. Huge breath in. And fold your whole body to the right with a releasing exhale. Slowly press up, coming to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Check in with your posture. Draw your navel in, lift your heart. Bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Bring a little bit of space underneath your arms. Tuck your chin slightly. Bring your arms overhead with a huge breath in. Keep that height and lengthen your spine, hands together, and bring them down to your heart center. Pressing your hands evenly but softly together, feeling centered, balanced, and strong. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. And thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you feel good.